at Sitecore are trying to envision. There's a lot of stuff, cool stuff that I've spoken about here, about component generation, page personalization, image generation, text generation, and so on. But I also want to take this opportunity to bring Kajoo on board here. They have flown all the way from Toronto to be here with us, so a huge round of applause for them. So they're going to brief us about how they are using AI to improve XM Cloud or try to increase the adoption of XM Cloud by using generative AI in the generate and activate phase. Over to you, Sana.
Thank Chris and everybody here in the room for being here today. I'll be walking through how Kajoo is complementing the journey that Chris and Surya has shared. And I'll first touch a little bit on the reason why it exists. When we created Kajoo, we wanted to change the current state of things where there is this amazing technology, Sitecore Headless and XM Cloud, and a lot of customers wanting to adopt it. But they're being held back by the cost and the time that is associated in the development for it and in the conversion migration to it. And so what Kajoo is doing is changing that. What is Kajoo? It is a visual development platform that uses AI to automate a lot of the tedious tasks that are related to the development, conversion, and migration to Sitecore Headless and XM Cloud. Whether the starting point is a legacy Sitecore website or a non-Sitecore website, or even it's a fresh, complete redesign where the designs are in Figma, Kajoo uses AI to convert and migrate these experiences to Sitecore Headless and XM Cloud faster and cheaper. And this is how it does it. We are converting a homepage from Sitecore XP 9.1 MVC to XM Cloud. And here's the UI. We're starting a conversion project, and we're defining the source as a Sitecore website, and then we will select the site that we want to migrate. But before that, we had installed the Kajoo plugin on the source environment, and what that would allow us to do is when we make a call to Sitecore XP, it'll return a sitemap that has a list of all the pages that have unique layouts. And so as you can see here, you can select the page that you want to convert, and click next. We selected the home page, and now we can see a list of all of the components that are on that home page. Once we start the conversion, this is where the beauty of the automation happens. What Kajoo will do in the background, it'll read through the Sitecore metadata of the page and the components on it. So page templates, data templates, presentation details, placeholder settings, and it will map all of these to the markup or the styles. So accessibility attributes, media queries, as well as reference styles. And then it will use all of that and convert it into a Kajoo standard language, which will then be used to scaffold a model. And that model will be rendered on the canvas where you will have full control over it, and you can make any changes if needed. So as you can see here, it's rendered in the canvas, you have full control. You can make any edits or changes using this visual interface. And once you're happy, you can generate the code and then deploy. You can generate the code in Next.js or React. And once you hit deploy, we will trigger a CI/CD pipeline in the background. So what will happen is that we will generate the new code, and we'll generate the new code, we will add it to the existing repository, JS's repository in source control. And then we will build the new code with the existing code, make sure there are no build conflicts, and then we will deploy all the Sitecore artifacts. So that includes the page and the components on it. But we will also deploy the front end, the code for the markup or the front end code. We will deploy it into Vercel or any head hooks that is pre-configured. Once that's done, you can see that the page is developed in XM Cloud. We go to pages, the content is there, the page is there, the components are there, they're editable, and they're responsive, and it's compatible with both Sitecore SX8 headless as well as, of course, pages. But what about a scenario where you want to add a component that doesn't exist in the source environment? If you have the designs in Figma, there's an easy way to do it. So all you have to do is go to Figma, and then launch the plugin for Kajoo, and copy the design from Figma. Go back, head over to Kajoo, and on the same project that you have seen just now, you can click on Import from Figma. And all you have to do is paste the design. You can see that it's rendered in the canvas right now. You can make any changes if needed, and once you're happy, you can drag that component to the page that we have just created, generate the code, and then deploy just as we have seen just now. All right. So, naturally, you might ask, who is it for? Naturally, it's for dev teams. Kajoo is a visual development platform, and in that sense, it's ideal for dev teams, whether working for Sitecore partners or Sitecore clients. And the output of Kajoo is compatible with Sitecore pages and components. So in that sense, they can be consumed by digital and marketing teams that use these applications. And so in that sense, it really complements the ecosystem or the application of Sitecore-like components and pages. With that, I'll hand it over back to Surya, and I'm happy to take questions at the end of the session. Thank you.
I'm just not done yet. Thanks, Kana. So the next part of the presentation